Welcome boys. Welcome to the web online class. Today we are going to have a class agriculture of class 7. Earlier we have discussed about on chapter 3 supplementary feeds. Now let us discuss about new topic that is on lesson 11 and 12, pesticides. So let us move to the lesson. Okay guys. At first we have to know what is pesticide. A substance that is used for destroying insects or other organisms harmful to cultivate plants or to animals is known as pesticides. That means we are using some substance for protecting our plants, crops, animals from some pest or insects. That is known as pesticide. Now why we are discussing these things in this chapter? Because in this chapter we are knowing about what extra things we are doing for our plants and animals. Like supplementary feeds already we know. Now we are discussing about pesticide. Now the next point, how many types of pesticide we are using actually? There are three types: chemical pesticides, organic pesticide and non-chemical pesticides. So here at first we will know what is chemical pesticide, and actually among these three pesticides, all three are harmful for our plants, crops, animals, but amongst these three, chemical pesticides is more harmful. So let us know about chemical pesticides. There is a thing or statement that chemical pesticides is called silent killer. Now there is a question, why this chemical pesticides is called silent killer? I have written the reason. Now look at it. Chemical pesticides are those pesticides which are chemical in characteristics and used as pesticide. So the chemicals which we are using as pesticide to kill pest or insect, that is known as chemical pesticides. Usually chemical pesticides are harmful and have some side effects on crops and farming land. It pollutes the environment also. So as a result, the whole environment, even the crops and animals are also being affected by using this. So chemical pesticides are actually poisonous for crops. That is why chemical pesticides are called silent killers, because it's slowly making harm to the crops, even the soil and also the environment. So that is the reason that chemical pesticides are called silent killers. Now then also we are having use of pesticides, but using of chemical pesticides we can use, rather than using of chemical pesticides, we can use organic pesticides and non-chemical pesticides. Organic pesticides have some side effects, but that is not that much like chemical pesticides. So now we are going to know about uses of organic pesticide. Like here I have mentioned almond leaf extract is useful for fungus problem. So for some fungus problem we can use almond leaf, and garlic extract also very effective for bacteria and fungi. We also know a plant called neem, a neem tree, and all parts of neem tree is very effective for crops and to kill the pesticide, to kill the pest. Like neem extract, here I didn't mention, but it should be the bark of neem tree, the flower of neem, dry leaves of neem and the fruit of neem extract are very effective for the plants. Beside that, dry neem leaves, if we keep them with the crops, then no pest should attack that crops. So that is why neem leaves are very useful for the crops. Again, you look, neem oil and neem oil cake removes worm. That means that lives in the soil. Under the soil there are root of crops, and there sometimes attacks the root of crops. That is why neem oil and oil cake are very useful to remove the worm from root of crop. Later on, we can use tobacco leaf. Why? Because in tobacco leaf there is nicotine sulfate, which is very effective against insect of foliage and growing branches. So tobacco, we know tobacco is very harmful for human, but if we use tobacco leaf as pesticide for crops, from the tobacco leaf nicotine sulfate we got, and that is very useful for remove insect of foliage and growing branches. Decomposed excrete of poultry birds, that means if we rearing poultry birds or having little bit short farm of poultry bird, small amount of birds, then their excretory things, if we make them decompose, that is very effective from soil borne plant parasitic nematodes. Nematode is also parasitic, which lives on the crops plant. So this is also very useful, decompose excrete of poultry. Last but not the least, soil-borne bacteria and fungi can be removed by Trichoderma species. Trichoderma species if we use, then it can be very effective against soil-borne bacteria and fungus. So these are organic pesticides which have some very effective work against the pest, and they have little bit side effect which we can ignore, but if we use them it can be very effective for our crops. Later on, come to know that there is another kind of pesticide which is non-chemical. That means that is not chemical pesticide, that can be organic or inorganic, but that is not chemical. So let us know the uses of non-chemical pesticide, where we are using non-chemical pesticide. Like hot water treatment is very beneficial for bacteria-borne seed diseases. If we keep the seed in hot water, then it can be very effective for the seeds to clear the germs, if there is any germ or bacteria on the seeds. Then praying mantids, ladybird, beetle are very beneficial insects, and spiders. That means we can also use some insect or spiders which is very sometimes very beneficial, because they are eating some insects, damaging insects and mites from the crop field. So that is one kind of treatment of pest against the pest. Young fruits can be saved from damage by wrapping them with fine cloth. If we wrap the young fruits by fine cloths, then no insect can harm that young fruits. Balanced fertilization of soil can reduce disease and insect damage of crops. That means if we make proper use, and balanced fertilization means sometimes we're mixing all the soil requirements, nutrients, then it can be very effective, and it reduces the chances of disease and insect damage of crops. Culturing fishes in the rice field. that can be another way, that if there is some insect that fishes can eat them up, and it could be helpful for the crops. Using light traps, insects can be trapped and killed. So if we use light trap, then insect can be sit over that light, and then we can easily kill that insects. Shiny polythene can be hung to drive away insect from crop field. If we hung a shiny polythene over the crop field, then the reflection of light can keep the insect away from the crop field. Burning or plowing drown the crop of residue after harvesting. That means if there is anything after harvesting, then we can remove the harvest residue parts of the harvest and burn them, so there is no possibilities of growing any insect there. Allow frogs to grow in the rice field. This is also the same like we have earlier discussed about culturing fishes, because we know frog eats insect, so this is helpful for crop field. Keep some resting place for insect eating birds in the crop field. That means if we keep some place where can birds sit in the crop field, and if they can sit over there, we know birds are eating insect, so sitting over that resting place in the crop field, they can eat if there is some insect in the crops. Regular weeding operation can reduce insect damage. So if we in a routine base we made weeding on the crop field, that can help that no insect can grow on that weeding plants. So that is one solution. Extracts of mahogany and neem seeds can be used as biopesticides. So neem and mahogany extracts are also useful because these are biological things, and this is why this can be also used as pesticide. Now, as we know, organic and non-chemical pesticides we can use, but why we can't use chemical pesticides? Let us look some disadvantages of chemical pesticides. Number one, prolonged use of chemical pesticides for many years reduces resistance in the pest, reducing its effectiveness as pesticide. That means the soil loses its fertility and resistance capability if we use for years and years the chemical pesticides. Most of times pesticide kills beneficial pests also. Not all the pests are harmful for the crops. Sometimes some pests are very useful for crops, and if we use pesticide, that doesn't check which one is beneficial pest, which one is harmful pest. They kills all the pests. That is why there is another disadvantage of chemical pesticide. Small amount of pesticide, at most 1% of total, reach the targeted pest, and rest of the pesticide pollute the environment. That means what amount of pesticide we are applying on the crops, only 1%, maximum 1% is actually works, and rest of the 99% polluted the environment. Applied chemical pesticides not only pollutes air, water and soil, but also affect the food chain and ecosystem of the underground. That means that pesticide goes underground, and they're leaving some animal living beings, their food chain is hampered by this pesticide using, and that is how ecosystem is also hampered. Soil formation hampers and soil productivity is also reduces, as the first point we have discussed about this. Used chemical pesticides remains as inside crops and acts as poison for public health. That means what chemical pesticides we are using that remains inside the crop, and after harvesting that crops comes to people's or humans' house and that are taken by the human, then that chemical pesticides are react within the body of humans. That is how this is acts as a poison for public health. At last, we can say that it hampers ecosystem in total. So chemical pesticides is very harmful for our crop field as well as for us. So we should very careful for using these chemical pesticides. Now this completes the chapter 3, and I think we all have realized very clearly the topics. So if you have faces any problem over the chapter, let us know, and we will again meet with a new chapter. Till then, stay safe, stay home, and fight against the coronavirus by staying at home. So bye for today.